Other guys. So, I have not, my schedule has changed, and so I have really been not able to make my videos like I want to. But I wanted to come make this really quick video, just kind of something that is on my mind right now. I was in this, y'all know I go, different places on the internet and listen to different people. So I was listening to this one on TikTok, and it's not just really about TikTok. It's really about I've seen it on YouTube and just many other places. Now, there's a funny thing about people of color all over the world. Many of us look alike. Many of us have same kind of hair, same skin tone, darker light. I mean, sometimes it's hard to tell what black are you or what culture, whatever, of black or whatever you are. Just looking at us, we may all look very similar. And that's well and fine. The problem I have, though, is that we're from different, a lot of times, especially if we're from different cultures, different cultures, different countries, and things like that. I find a lot of Black people from different cultures and many different parts of Africa. Some of them are in Germany and Europe and just all these different things who look Black and they look like us, but with completely different experiences. And I find that a lot of them will do this thing of kind of trying to chastise, in my opinion, Black Americans. Now, we know over here in America, especially Black people, like we have completely, like, we're under a different type of system and colonization and all of that stuff. The history that we particularly have had is very different from other people. Not to say that they haven't been subjugated and colonized and all that too, but it's different for Black Americans here. Our experience is ours, and it is unique. And it's hard for other Black people to just come and say, oh, well, we were in slavery too, or we were whatever too, because still living here in America, it's a whole different type of experience. And when I say chastise, when I say that they come and try to chastise Black Americans and Black American culture and the culture, or even over here in America, I mean, it's different. And first of all, no one has a right to try to come and chastise anybody, but especially if you're not from here. Just because you look like us, and maybe you're here now in America, and maybe you've seen or whatever how things are. A lot of them, they're on social media, and so they do. They're into African American culture. Really by looking at it, and many of them by admiring it and wanting to be a part. But getting into the arguments of baby mamas and finding a man and a good man and what a good man is and all this kind of stuff, I don't think it's your place when you are not from here, you're not in this culture, you don't have our experience, and your men are different. You know what I'm saying? I mean, many of them are pretty much the same, but there was a woman, a very young woman, she was only 25 years old, who had a very, very, European accent. I did, maybe she's British or something. And she, like I said, she was a Black woman. If you look at her, she looks very Black. She looks like a Black American woman, is what I'm trying to say. And she was saying that she's married. I don't know if that's true, because she's up on TikTok at least with all of her boobs out. So, I mean, I don't know. Maybe her husband lets her do that. I mean, I don't know. But she didn't look like the Christian wife that she was portraying. So, but anyway, she was really, really, at the end of the day, she would really be what you would call a pick-me, because the host himself is very, very, I don't even think he's Black American. I think he's African or something. And I was just listening. But there's Black Americans and other races of Black people up there as well. So they're coming, in my opinion, from, like I said, a whole different type of culture. And then to come and try to chastise Black people, which, like I said, I find a lot. And so she was just really, really talking about women and talking about women wanting, six-figure men and perfect men, and, you don't have this, but you want a man to do that, just the regular pick-me talk. And, my thing to her was, if you got yourself a good, first of all, Christian man that you want, and found yourself a good Black man or whatever, wherever you are in the world, that you can't go and put that on us or Black American men. Like, the men in your culture are more than likely quite different from American culture, especially Black men. I have found, and many other people have found, that the Black American man is pretty much a breed to his own self, quite honestly. No one really quite thinks like him, even other men who are in America, So, I have also seen, even on Facebook, there was this guy who I used to listen to, and I'm not sure if this guy is African or not, but he speaks very, very American, so it's kind of hard to tell. But his friends lists and the people who come on his page, many of them are African. And once again, I find that same thing. Oh, we're in our culture, we don't do this, and we don't do such and such like Black Americans, and and we're not the same. And if that is true, that's fine. But it's the chastising for me. You know what I'm saying? It is the trying to come and say that you're better than Black American people, but yet when it's okay, when it's convenient, or when you want to be cool or whatever, you want to mix in with the culture. I don't get that, because if we're not the same, which I agree, we're not, you shouldn't want any part of us. If your marriage, if your marriage culture, the way that you interact with women, the way that you date and you believe in marriage, and the men are hardworking in your culture, and, you all do this. Okay, well, that's good and that's great and that's fine. So continue to find women in your culture, and don't try to date African American people and then try to tell us that, oh, you're horrible, and, you're not this, and, we don't do. Okay, we know we're different. We know we're different, but I find a bit of a superiority complex when it is Black people from other cultures. And that's something that has actually been said a while, but people have kind of gotten away with that. But at the end of the day, I think that it's very true. It's very true. Not that they don't like, oh, well, Africans don't like us, or, these people don't like us. It's not necessarily that, but I have found there seems to be like a superiority complex, or we're not like you guys, until you want to rap or play basketball or date or something like that, or you want to mix in with the culture some kind of way. You want to look like us, talk the slang or whatever, but yet, you're different. You're not us. You want to make that clear. So, I just really wanted to bring that out. I wanted to say that because I see it a lot. And now we're at a point to where we're all so mixed in with all these different social media platforms that it is hard to really differentiate us, but they definitely differentiate themselves, but yet they will be the first to say that they don't or they're not, you know. And we're Black America, we're not stupid. Like we know, we see it, you know what I'm saying? That particular young lady, I mean, like I said, she was only 25 years old, and she was completely, I mean, she just continued to go on a rant after rant after rant about, you know, what women do, and really talking about Black American women. Oh, but you can't date and you're not finding a man, and oh, you want to be celibate, and, and then you keep having baby daddies, and and it's just like, lady, like, first of all, everybody ain't doing that. Like, what are you reading? What are you looking at? Like, it seems to me they go and look for the worst of the worst, the um, the typical stuff to try to put on everybody, and that's what I have a problem with. So anyway, I'm gonna cut the video off. It was supposed to be really, really short. That's it. Let me know what you think. Hit the subscribe button. Please hit all notifications so that you know when I upload new videos. Hit the subscribe button. And until the next video, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. See you next time.